You know all the stories in the Bible are just made up, right? No? Then prove it. Give me 5 examples of archaeological findings that actually support the Bible. Number 1. The Merneptah Stele. This is a giant stone slab that was created by the Egyptian pharaoh Merneptah in the 1200s BC, and it's the earliest extra-biblical reference to Israel. It says that Israel is laid waste, its seed is no more. The Exodus happened in the 1400s BC, so it's amazing that only 200 years after the Israelites left Egypt, they're already being identified as a separate nation. Number 2, the Kirk monoliths. These are also giant stone slabs that date from the 9th century BC, and they detail victories of the battles from Shalmaneser III. The king records a list of nations and leaders he destroyed, of which he mentions 10,000 soldiers of Ahab the Israelite. The Old Testament book of 1 Kings details how Ahab came to be king of Israel during the 9th century BC, which corresponds perfectly to the Kirk monoliths. Number 3, the Tel Dan inscription. This is another carving on a giant stone slab from the 9th century BC, and it's from an Aramaean king who states that he conquered the king of Israel and the king of the house of David. This is especially significant because it's the earliest extra-biblical reference to the King David, who is well known for defeating Goliath the giant. Number 4, 2 Kings 2:20 details how the Old Testament King Hezekiah built an underground tunnel to bring water to Jerusalem around 700 BC. What's amazing is that this exact tunnel has actually been found. It is known as the Siloam Tunnel and was extensively explored by archaeologists in the 1800s. Number 5, the Pilate Stone. The New Testament describes that it was the Roman leader Pontius Pilate who was ultimately responsible for sentencing Jesus to crucifixion, and a stone with his name was discovered in Caesarea in 1961. The stone dates to the period of the New Testament, and what's really cool is that Pilate is also mentioned by other writers from outside the Bible during the 1st century. The ancient Roman historian Tacitus even verifies that it was Pontius Pilate who sentenced Jesus to crucifixion.